podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game can see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another brand new morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside Michael Gross. You already know what's going down. So, the line opened up for the potential non-official fight between Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia. We have odds. Danny is actually a plus 400. That's more of a favorite to beat Errol than Porter, but less of a favorite to beat Errol than Mikey Garcia. So, crazy. Now, Errol Spence Jr. opens up the line at a minus 600. So, according to BetOnline.ag, Spence is a minus 600 favorite, meaning you'd have to bet $600 just to make 100 on a Spence victory. Garcia, meanwhile, is a plus 400 underdog, which means you'd score a $400 payday with just a $100 bet. But that is how they get you, right? You know, bet 100, make this 4 plus your 100. That's 5 take home. But what sort of shot does Danny Garcia truly have? After his fight with Porter, and I mean Earl, that he won that by split decision in what turned out to be an action-packed fight when a lot of people had written Sean Porter off. Most of us thought he would give Earl a tough fight. I don't think any of us thought it would be that close. And I'm thinking because of Porter's performance, that's why Danny is opening up a favorite to win. I believe they believe Danny has more punching power. Now, the article that I am using outside of the betting odds is a Forbes article, and it is titled Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia odds. Here's why Garcia is a smaller underdog than Sean Porter. And I don't know. I think that Porter's style, in my opinion, like right off bat, I always felt like Porter's style was the tougher style. I think that Earl might maul down a Garcia. I know people are saying that style of Earl suits Danny, but he's a southpaw. I can't wait to get Mike on here to help me out with our box rec on how many southpaws has Danny faced? How well has he done versus those southpaws? How good is that left hook going to be for Danny, versus versus Earl? Seeing as though that Porter was able to physically lump up Earl, can Danny do that? Does Danny have the power to do that? Those are all questions that we're going to be talking about here. But let me get on out to Indiana's own Gross the Boss.
DiBiase Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. He stayed out before he said it.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you
consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Good morning to everybody out there in the TBV universe. And what a great morning it is. I hope everybody else has had a great morning like I have. But yeah, fucking the odds, man. Can you believe it? How the fuck is Sean Porter a minus 600, but Danny Garcia's a minus 400? I'm reading the article. The guy says some things I really don't agree with, but we'll break it down and talk about it. What's going on, this?
Good morning, man. Happy to hear that you're having such a good morning. I never really hear you talk about your mom. Is that because you seen your mom today, or she was in town?
Now, I remember I was telling you. Never mind. I'll tell you off here.
Yeah, well, happy to hear you're in good spirits. So yeah, man, I was just telling in my kind of introduction, I think that this is the way that it is due to maybe punching power. Are they believing because we seen Earl's face slightly disfigured due to the Porter fight, are we or the betting lines automatically assuming that Danny has more power?
Well, the article words that I seen, the guy said that he thought Danny Garcia won the fight between him and Sean Porter, right?
He does.
And also, he said that since Spence had such a tough fight with Sean Porter, Spence stock went down a little bit in his eyes, not in the eyes of the public, but in his eyes. So that's why he feels like.
But let's touch on that for a bit. I mean, you have to feel like his stock went down too, because you were the guy that everyone was laughing at, right? Everyone, when you kept saying, I'm picking Porter, Porter's going to give him his toughest fight. Yeah, yo, man down, strap season. So did his stock go down for you?
Absolutely not. Everything that happened, I would happen. I told y'all that Porter was not going to go out there and be no pushover or no chump. I've seen Porter fight. Yeah, way him and his daddy were trainers. Like, they have training once. Like,
bro, we just lost you like really bad.
me?
I don't think it's anything to do with you. I think once John connected, something happened with you though. I don't know.
Okay. Well, like I was saying, the way I seen Sean Porter train, the way his dad had him ready, it seemed like they were ready months before the fight. So I don't take anything away from Errol Spence, not at all. Even though I think he lost, I guess with the knockdown, it is a way to, if you're scoring, you probably can give him the other fight. But as far as his stock going down, absolutely not. Errol Spence stock went up, well, not went up, but it's probably stayed the same or went up a little bit.
So what has to be noted is that Dave Mason is the sportsbook brand manager for BetOnline, and he was interviewed by Forbes, and these are his quotes and these are his thoughts, right? But Forbes, I guess, found them relevant enough. I mean, maybe this BetOnline is something big I don't know of. I do source Forbes, so I'm running with it.
First thing first, though, bro.
Yeah.
Do you agree with the bet line? Like minus 600 for Sean Porter, but Danny might come in at a minus 400?
I mean, I think all that has to do, I know you guys don't, I mean, even me in certain arguments, I am the type that says, what have you done for me lately? But I think that people give Danny credit for overall career, So even though you might be like, yo, he just only beat Brandon Rios and Granados, those dudes moving up, people still know he got in with all those tough names and he had close fights with all those tough names. So they not writing him off. That's what I think. He's got, I don't even know if he really has more elite level knockouts. Like, does he? Like, Porter knocked out Devin and Paulie, or did he go to unanimous with Devin?
Porter, I think he went to a decision with Devin. Let me check. I think he went to, Porter don't knock out people. And for Paulie, yeah, he probably went to a decision with Paulie too. Yeah, Porter ain't got no knockouts in a long time. When last time you see Sean Porter knock out somebody though? Yo, Ness. Damn, I'm cutting out. Yo, anybody here?
Yeah, I'm here, Mike. My
Oh,
bad, man. These fucking
all right.
dogs wailing on me.
Oh, okay. Devin went to a UD polymyalgiology. He TKO polymyalgiology.
Is that the biggest? I don't got box rec pulled up. Is that? Would you say that's his biggest knockout?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well,
So
I mean, Andre Berto, would you call that bigger than Paulie?
I would say
No.
yeah. I would say yeah because I think people always considered Berto. I mean, he's always been a welterweight. So to like consider Paulie, who had to move up and didn't have any big knockouts. He didn't have knockouts himself. I think we got to give the Porter Berto knockout more respect. Plus, even Floyd fought Berto and couldn't knock him out, right? So, I mean, the thing is. All right, so, and I think, you know what? I think Sean does hold the more durable knockout. Like, if you consider Berto, I pick Berto to beat Granados and Brandon Rios. And for Danny, I'm thinking those are his biggest. Let me pull up his resume. He didn't knock out Thurman, obviously. Didn't knock out Porter, obviously. Rios and Granados got knocked out. Vargas got knocked out. Robert Guerrero did not. Malignaggi did. Lamont Peterson did not. Rod Salka did. Mauricio Herrera did not. And neither did Lucas. And neither did Zab, even though Zab, I think, went down twice in that fight. Eric Morales did. Khan did. Eric Morales went a UD in the first fight. Kendall Holt split decision, so that was 12. I mean, wow, maybe Danny's biggest knockout.
Amir Khan.
I guess you do got to say Amir Khan because Amir Khan at the time held the win over Maidana, which Maidana probably. I think Berto also knocked out Josecito Lopez. I don't know. I can't put Khan in there. We all know he ain't got no chin. I'm gonna go with like the lower lighter names like Granados and Rios and Vargas. Those are not like, especially not Vargas. He's never even been world champion, but he's comparable with other fighters like Amir Khan, who couldn't knock him out, Luis Collazo, who couldn't knock him out. Danny's the only one to knock him out, so Danny separated himself from those names. But I think I might value that Berto win via TKO. See, again, Danny's knockouts are one punches too. Like Granados was a punch. Samuel Vargas one punch right hand. I'm pretty sure Vargas got back up, but like Porter is more of a mauling TKO. Even Berto was complaining about headbutts. But Berto was down twice in that round, in that ninth round. I mean, I don't know. Who you think has better power?
Better power between Sean Porter and Danny Garcia?
Yeah.
Danny Garcia.
Easy for you? It doesn't come down to name. What are you attested to?
Well, coming opponent, I've seen the Paulie Malignaggi and Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. Granados, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia was able to get the knockout. And Danny Garcia just makes, we can see and we could tell like Danny has a lot of power because we heard Keith Thurman to say like Danny hit me in my elbow and I felt like I got hit by a baseball bat. So that tells enough for me.
Okay. I mean, I don't really like taking the word of someone else. You could factor that, but like, I don't know. A guy like Lenroy Thomas, right? He did an interview with me. He sparred both AJ and Wilder. And I think he always felt maybe AJ would win. I'm not 100% sure. I don't even remember that interview. But, like, I don't know. I think that sparring and one person can take the power of another differently. Because, again, I don't think Danny's face or Thurman's face look like Earl's face.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was saying that Thurman said he was hitting the elbow by Danny, right?
No, yeah. He told me.
And
I
you went,
know.
yeah, you went down to camp. And you see that big ass thing on his elbow. You seen that shit? So I mean, Danny must got some kind of flavor to his pop punches and power. Real. It just seemed like when Danny catches people with that left hook, like motherfuckers don't know how to act. Like we seen it from Granados, we seen it from American Khan. He didn't get back up. I know people say, well, he didn't knock out so and so, but same time, I mean, Danny, I just like him. I don't know. Maybe I like him a little bit more than Sean. Man. I don't know. But I just
All good. Let me give this quote out from Dave Manson, the sports book brand manager for BetOnline, told Forbes that Porter ended up as, and I quote, way too much of a long shot because of Spence's reputation for most of the week. Spence was a minus 800, so clearly the last minute money came in on Spence. He climbed up to like minus 1100, right, Mike?
Spence
Yeah. What was he on fight night?
money line. Mm-hmm. He went on the fucking minus 1100. Well, man, they didn't quit being fucking disrespectful to Sean like that. I think he was like a minus 500 or 600, something like that.
Wow, well, they have him over here for minus 800, on fight week.
Wow.
I don't know, but I further quote, Garcia is on a similar level to Porter, having only lost to Porter and Keith on split decisions. I thought he won that fight personally, Mason said. As for Spence, the Porter fight slightly lowered his stock. Where we as boxing fans, end quote, excuse me, where we as boxing fans might feel like the Porter loss raised his personal stock, being Porter's stock went up. I actually got a chance to listen to Barbershop Conversations interview with Bob Arum, which was a phenomenal interview. I reached out to him today to see if we could get him on the show.
I fell asleep on that motherfucker. I'm like listening to it like last night, and next thing I know, they got passed out. I'm like, fuck.
He did a good job. Like,
absolutely.
He did so good.
It
ain't even worth interviewing Bob no more.
Exactly.
He murdered that shit for real. He hit every single box.
And you see great minds thinking alike, man. I was talking to you yesterday, like, hey, maybe we should get Bob on. Fucking 6 hours. 6 hours later, nigga, Bob on.
He asked the Atlanta question, and Crawford and Shakur getting Atlanta fights in 2020. He already been in negotiation with the Atlanta Hawks. That's crazy. That's crazy if Bob go over there and take that market when Wilder been begging for that market.
Hey, did you get a job with the WBO?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
A job?
Yeah.
What's this joke? Where this joke coming at, Mike? Go
I
ahead.
mean,
Hit me with the punchline.
It was a nigga that came out and murdered the WBA. Yeah, y'all got 47 championships.
Oh, nah, that was Paco from the WBO. I get you. Yeah, no, Paco did. Yo, I've been, man, Paco and Mendoza both ducking me, bro. I've been hitting them up for at least this whole month. They both ducking. And Paco gonna talk to me, and then not as soon as I'm like, all right, let's schedule you, he went straight dark. I got like 4 messages. He still ain't reply. But I'm gonna be persistent. I'm not gonna stop, man. But Paco definitely aired out Mendoza. That shit, 47 titles, 17 divisions. It's true, man. Like right then and there, someone needs to get rid of him. That is a misuse of your sanctioning body. 47 titles? Dog, we want 1 title per division, and we got 5 per division with 5 sanctioning bodies. So for you to have alone 47, that's crazy.
That
That's
means
just crazy.
We got over 100 champions in boxing. If you got 47, I'm pretty sure the other 3 can make 53. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man, but crazy.
Yeah, it's
Crazy, man. Somebody needs to do something with that number. That right there should raise awareness, man. That's not right, man. Somebody got to step in, man. I don't know. Somebody could step in. Somebody could step in. Something, together the promoters could hold the meeting. One promoter could be bold enough to send invites to multiple to sit down and have dinner and collectively get rid of the WBA. All they have to do is no longer recognize them. That's it. It's that simple.
Yeah, I think people got a lot of time with WBA though. Yeah, I think
obviously, my nigga, 47 titles. Obviously, they got like 4 champions per division. They got a super champion. They got a regular champion. They got an interim champion. They got a gold champion. Them dudes is, and then that's not including their intercontinentals and NABFs. And look, I don't want to even get into that, man. Let's finish with this topic, but I know you want to say something in closing with it at least.
No, I don't. I mean, okay. It's just ridiculous.
All right. So where are we with this? Oh, here's what you're really gonna like.
Yeah, your quotes you was reading.
Yes, he says that's because Porter gave Spence the toughest fight of his career, landing more punches on him than any other opponent before. Now, I said that too. These dudes are using stats, though. It
Absolutely.
was a clear victory for Spence, but Porter made him work ever so hard for it. And
how can they? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No worry. Go ahead.
How can they say it was a clear victory for Spence, though? Like,
because that knockdown, everybody felt the same way, though. I think that feeling, you know how you be in the stadiums and they do the wave? I think that's how we felt as boxing fans. It started probably on one point of the world, and it was like, oh, and then everybody was like, oh, like all in sync when it was a knockdown, because we knew right there it was over. Like, I was going into that, 10, 11, 12, like, yo, they gonna rob this boy. I'm already in my head thinking they gonna rob him. Let me see these scorecards. But once that knockdown came, it was over. And then Porter came out in that 12th mentally defeated. I didn't even want to ask Ken, because I kind of threw that question in a different way. And he was like, no, you did actually. You said, yo, after the knockdown, he was like, nah, we was good. I told him don't go out there well. And I'm like, uh-oh. Because I seen a different facial expression. Now, I know I'm not no fucking body language expert, but I do like to play one on this podcast every single day when I watch videos and press conferences. I tell you my interpretation of that body language, and I'm telling you, after Porter got knocked down, it wasn't that he felt hurt. It wasn't that, he was afraid to get knocked down again. It was that he felt disappointed. He was disappointed because he knew that was going to be that fucking turning point, that factor that the reason they could take it, the reason that we are here. But, man, it was a fantastic fight. I'm glad they're talking rematch. I want to do another show later today on fucking Barbershop's interview, on Michael Woods' interview, on Bob Arum and his many, 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 many words that he had to say yesterday. But I'll continue with the article that says, but Porter made him work ever so hard for it and punished him for much of the contest. Now, that does seem ironic for him to say that Spence won a clear victory, but then say that Porter punished him for much of the fight, right? Like, contest means fight, and for much of it means you thought Porter was winning. And I think, again, that's just more credence to what I'm saying. Once we seen that knockdown, we like, fuck. It's hard to take it from the A side if you're going to get knocked down, man.
Yeah, man. I think that was everybody's sentiment. Even though I looking at the fight, man, it's just, man, Porter dictated the pace, pushed Errol Spence back. I mean, he did everything he was supposed to do in that fight to win. But like you said, the knockdown just, it wasn't like the knockdown, the fights don't change dramatically. But Errol been the A side and getting a knockdown in a fight that was competitive. We already know how it goes and shit like that. So I just hate it for Sean Porter, man. I thought he put on a great performance that night and did everything right, man. Did everything right.
Yeah, I mean, everything except get hit with that shot that put him down, champ. But
nigga, hey, did you see the wheel and those legs? My nigga, he like,
yeah, but this the thing, Mike. Even if them gloves wouldn't have touched, one or two of them judges would have still gave him a 10-8 round because he buckled him that low. Imagine them gloves don't touch, but my man surfboarding like that. You know they giving him in that round. Come on. That's how it
Did,
go, man.
did Ortiz get a 10-8 round when he got
Beat up
Wilder?
Wilder? Shit.
Yeah.
If he ain't get one on the scorecards, you know a lot of fans gave. Man, you heard what I was saying in that round. I thought the fight was over.
Hold him.
Outside of that, I said, man, they cheating. That fight, man, I thought that shit was over. I thought that, bro, he wasn't throwing no punches back. And then the ref got in there, and
I think that's when I started two months later, because I remember watching that fight, man. I was like, wow, what you doing, my nigga?
Bruh, I was nervous. Everybody laughed at me for that 7th round because it was like, whoa. I'm like, hold up. And then the dude get the little extra time. I ain't like none of that. But that's the New York State Commission after the Magdamed situation with Mike Perez. I'm probably even gonna mess up his race. I don't know. I think he was Russian, right? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and
But
just to piggyback on.
Sorry. You said just to piggyback? You muted yourself, champ. You all the way muted. What's going on?
I've seen the New York State Athletic Commission do that on more than one occasion. Bring a fighter to the corner and check them out with the eyes and shit like that. And matter of fact, it's becoming more and more common when fights happen in New York. They'll stop it.
I think we just seen it though, didn't we? I feel like we just seen it, and I reacted the same way. Like, yo, why is they doing this? Like, there's no blood, there's nothing. They're just prolonging. But man, there's a lot of the rules that I don't like, in boxing, like the hitting and holding or shoving, to keep a fighter off you. It's just so much, Like, I get the holding rule, especially when you hurt, like the way you describe it. But like when you're using holding the way Kell Brook did as an offensive tactic to negate, as Errol likes to say, that shit is cheating, man. But
What about Klitschko?
No, that was another guy. But that's why he got. Bro, Klitschko's the only heavyweight, I think, in boxing history to get banned from the network. Like,
goddamn, B. Paulie coming in this motherfucker with this.
He coming in hot.
I got him. There we go.
So let me just finish this. But yeah, Klitschko's the only heavyweight to get banned from HBO that I know of. Though Spence's performance only slightly impacted the opening money line for his potential fight versus Garcia, he certainly got dinged for it in a hypothetical matchup with Crawford, the fight most of the boxing world hungers to see. And I quote, "It is now seen that Crawford would be a clear favorite rather than a 50-50 in their fight should it happen," Morgan said. Funny that you agree with Yo, if y'all can see Mike said he don't agree with his thoughts on Porter winning both fights versus Garcia and Thurman. No, excuse me, on Garcia winning both fights versus Thurman and Porter. But he definitely agree on Crawford being more of a favorite than Errol. More of a favorite than 50-50. But I you know what? I'm going to just say so I can let you in. I think that you're not alone with that, right? There's people out there, especially Bob Arum, that believe that as well.
It's like he probably would be like an even or a slight betting favorite, maybe. But maybe if Earl comes out here and knocks Danny Garcia the fuck out, then it changes. But I think like when it comes to like the A side, I think Errol Spence is still like the A side, no matter what the betting lines say. But Crawford, yeah, man. Look, it's just I just want to see the fight, man. I'm done giving prediction. I'm done saying how better my guy is than your guy. I'm done coming at Earl and all that shit. I'm done with all the bullshit. I just want to see the fight, bro. That's all.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, let's just open up these phone lines. You guys already know we're just discussing the betting odds. Garcia at a plus 400. That's better than what Porter opened up and slightly more of an underdog than Mikey Garcia. I think that's something you didn't touch on.
Oh yeah, Mikey was a plus 300, right?
Mikey, I think opened up when I checked yesterday the Errol Spence betting history. I think Mikey was a plus 240.
How the fuck is Mikey? Man, look, man, but We're talking about opening up. We ain't talking about money that's coming in. We're talking about opening up.
But that's what's important, right? Because
Yeah,
money coming
okay.
in, it changes the
Yeah,
line.
and that's what I'm saying. How does Mikey Garcia moving up to 147 never had a fucking fight in the division? How is he a bigger, a closer fight than Sean Porter and Danny Garcia? Both guys who've been in the ring with Keith Thurman, both guys who've been in the ring with Granados, Paulo Maldonado, both guys who have pedigree at 147. What are the bookies and better lines thinking? Mikey Garcia was a whole foot shorter than Errol Spence, damn near. Come on, man. It's crazy. I don't. I thought the purpose was like trying to make money. How you making money with lines this wide? Like them odds is shit. Fuck is Mikey Garcia like? Man, not who is Mikey Garcia, but what has he done in the division to make him a plus 230? I mean, yeah, a plus 230, but Sean Porter a plus 600, and Danny Garcia a plus 400. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. I don't know. All right, like
what the fuck does undefeated mean? He ain't fought at 147.
So someone in the chat said undefeated.
Niggas type stupid shit.
Undefeated, Mike. They said undefeated. Hey, man, I don't know either, bro. I never get it, man. And that's why, like, I'm just that dude that says, like, dudes going up. Like, you supposed to get less of a shot instead of getting all that credit. Like, I don't know, man. That's why I didn't think it would do well on pay-per-view. I didn't think people would be fooled, but they were fooled. But, I mean, that's a whole nother subject, bro. That's another show I need to talk about right there. Bob Arum is wilding in these streets.
Real quick.
Yeah.
What does the betting line say for Canelo and Kovalev when it happens, in your opinion?
I mean, I could check it right now, man.
Don't even check it. Give me your
I mean, look, but you know that I thought Canelo was going to knock him out. So I'm thinking Canelo's like a minus 150 to minus 250, somewhere in between there, right? Opening up.
Okay, all right.
What is he?
I don't know. I don't think
check it, man. I thought you ain't want me to check it because you had it open already. You wilding for respect,
bro. I don't think it's even open yet.
You crazy like that, champion?
5 Dimes only got Joshua and Ruiz on that bitch.
Brother, 5 Dimes is just the person you bet with.
Man, everybody can't be in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? And experience.
No, but I'm just saying in general. Even for me, it might not be open on my betting app. That don't mean that they don't got lines already.
Oh yeah, Sky Sports always got lines.
Yeah, there's lines out already. I'm pulling up an article here. I'm just trying to find. Okay, so it says bettinginsiderjournal.com. When the fight is announced, Kovalev will be a rough 4-1 underdog per the same outfit.
Same Mikey Garcia then. I mean, as Danny Garcia.
I don't see. Oh, and the small. Oh my God, I was way off. Yeah, man, 7-1 is Canelo. That's insane. But keep it real. If fucking Earl is a -6, why wouldn't Canelo, who shows the skill level is like, Earl still needs a little bit more of that Canelo elite level experience because, Canelo fights a little bit more. I mean, I guess Canelo has some tough fights too, right? Laura and what was that last one? Was tough. Triple G. Triple G. I don't know, man. Interesting though, for real.
Real quick, if you guys want to go ahead and put a bet on Triple G, he's a plus 130 by knockout. And Canelo, I don't have the full odds, but the fight is a plus 130 not to go the distance, and a minus 170 to go the distance. So the bookies think it's a good chance that it might not go the distance.
What, the Canelo fight, right?
Yes, the Canelo fight.
Of course, man. I mean, after they seen what he did to Fielding, they know Fielding is not Kovalev, but they know Kovalev doesn't have the youth for Fielding. You know what I mean? I think that everyone thinks that Canelo could get to his body, and if he can't, he'll get enough knockdowns and or 10-8 rounds for punishing him where he'll still win a decision. I'm assuming. I'm riding with Canelo, man. I'm riding with Canelo. That's a show right there to do. But let me open it up. We got the sponsors. That was El Camino just called in. How your own sponsor don't know you do a morning show every day?
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
He was like, yo, you on the show? I'm like, yeah, man, every day, bro. He's like, all right, call me back and shit. I'm like, nah, no problem, man. But yeah, man, the hustle don't stop, man. They out here grinding, man. I'm telling you, I reached out the barbershop. The guy got me on my toes. That interview was fantastic. He finally upgraded the fucking audio, so he got the mic and the earphones, man.
90 seconds.
Very, very, very fucking amazing interview.
Yeah, man, big ups to Fred, man. Big ups to Fred. Fred always do a good job.
Yeah, man, that was tighty. That was tight. Let me see. Did we get to this?
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Mike, get that right there. We going out
I
to
got him.
CYP. Good morning, Boomerang Status. Talk to me.
What up, Mr. Boomy?
60 seconds.
What up? See, all my old heads don't know what that is. And you know my motto, if you don't want to fight, watch the fuck you type. But anyway, look, I'm going to jump right into this. Let's be real, man. Danny Garcia is a number 6 welterweight. If you count in, we count in Pacquiao now. That's 6. Don't nobody care about number 6. But I'm going to be honest with you, he a great boxer. But at welterweight, let me make sure it's clear, people get it. At welterweight, he ain't beating the top 5. We all know that Thurman was number 5. Thurman beat him. Now, we going to start giving people credit for their close wins. Let's give them all credit for their close wins. Let's not be biased and think that somebody won when they didn't officially. Let's just keep that shit what it is. The reason why Porter was a bigger underdog is because the Errol Spence that he was fighting was the boogeyman. Everybody thought that man was going to do something. But I can guarantee you this. If Errol Spence was to fight, didn't fight Porter and fought Danny Garcia instead, then bet lines would be higher. Because Danny Garcia, nobody is going to call in and say, oh, man, I'm going to pick Danny Garcia by decision. I'm going to pick Danny Garcia. Nobody's going to do that. I pick Porter. Many people pick Porter. Many people scored for Porter. It's a big difference between Porter and Danny when it comes to the welterweight division. Not who's a greater boxer, but the welterweight division. So this shit to me really don't matter. It don't matter at all because Danny, to me, is number 6. He ain't going to be better than number 6. And to finish this shit up, I heard you say they gave the guy extra time. The guy wasn't throwing punches. That sounds like hate. And that's what you said about my man Wilder. And you know you say something negative about Wilder, I'm going to get your ass. I know you're a Wilder fan, but sometimes you seem fickle like one of them Castillo fans who still think that Floyd lost in the first fight. Fuck all that. I'm out.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider that fickle. I would just consider that, being unbiased, man. Like
showing your journalistic duty to see both sides of the equation.
Yeah, there was some stuff there, not everyone enjoyed. Man, what is up with fucking Blog Talk? I can never mute people anymore. So there was some stuff people didn't enjoy, in terms of stopping the action when Wilder was fatigued or hurt. And I'm quite sure that if they would do that when Wilder had someone hurt, I would be up and at him. But let me get out to Gatto on Skype.
What up, Gatto? Gatto, man, you gotta unmute me, dog.
Maybe he's just listening because he's called in before. So,
yeah, he left.
He left. We got Lil Feezy. Talk to me.
What up, Lil Feezy?
Yo, what it do?
What up?
Man, all I'm gonna say on this topic, man, is that they baiting you. I tell you that much. They are baiting you.
What you mean? Explain.
With the odds and stuff, and then they kind of want you to lean towards Crawford, and they kind of want you to lean towards Danny a little bit too.
How so, Lil Feezy? Break it down for me, big dog.
I mean, I'm not really a avid gambler or nothing, but I mean, if you after the fight, you know what I'm saying, after the Porter fight, you know what I'm saying, Danny comes in as a smaller underdog, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, should I take that? You know what I'm saying? Given the performance and all of that.
But you guys don't think that he's getting that boost in the odds, like the reason Crawford is, right? Like Crawford was undisputed. Danny was unified.
Right.
I think that's all I could attribute it to is like them giving him old credit
I think it's exactly what Mr. CYP said. They seen some chinks in the Errol Spence armor, and they just brought the odds down a little bit.
But they still have him as the favorite though. So now that Crawford situation, we all knew coming in it was close to 50-50 anyway. So that's my call though, y'all.
All right. That's the only unfair thing that I, that's what I get mad at. That's why we need Crawford to fight someone, because it's like, now they degrading Spence's betting line for his opposition. But it's like, if Spence gets in there and fight fucking David Benavidez retiring. So it's like, Jose Benavidez or, Khan, man. Like, what would Earl do to Khan? Let's be real. So it's like, especially if Crawford got him out of it with a body shot. Everybody knows that's Earl's like specialty. Borderline body shot, whatever y'all want to call it. I know the haters like to call it something else, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I tell you what, man. Whatever direction good old Spence goes, I think he's gonna keep us entertained anyway, man. He's making headlines. He's definitely making headlines. We got Tim. What's up, man?
Go ahead, Tim. What up, Tim?
Tim, first time caller.
Tim Johnson. All right, go on once. Go on twice. All right, what's up, big dog?
What's going on, man? Thanks for the show. Hey, I think that these betting lines was just based off of them being disrespectful to Spence-Porter in the first place. So it wasn't really that they was looking at it like they just thought he was chopped liver, man. They had people thinking he was gonna get stopped and everything else. Like he'd never been stopped before, but they felt like Spence was just like on top of the world. But that's what happened when you fight the top fighters, man. I don't think Crawford gonna put Spence-Porter to sleep or nothing like that if he was to fight him either. I mean, it just happened like that. But it's disrespectful, man. They already disrespected. I think that the betting odds always love the boxer, and they always tried to play Porter like he ain't had no boxing skills. So they already assumed that Danny Garcia got better skills, and if he had better skills, he'd be able to maybe edge out Spence, man. And that's my call. Thank y'all for the show. Join Patreon.
Thank you, TJ, for calling in.
Yeah, that wasn't Tim at all. That was TJ. My bad.
Yeah, let me go out to Wakeem in Florida. Talk to me.
Yeah, Wakeem been on. What up, Wakeem, man? Hope that shot size stay treating you right. Skype must have a little delay or something.
Nah, I think some of them be just working, especially Keem and Majid.
All right, let's go out to that one white boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. John is another one that just be working too.
Oh, hello. Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. What's up? Talk to me.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? My bad. What's good, Mike? What's good, Ness? Y'all out here working, man. Appreciate the show once again, man. I just had to call in because I'm a huge Danny fan, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with DSG. Even in the Spence fight, man. I'm gonna root with my boy Danny, and I heard CYP talking about nobody's gonna go for Danny. Well, I'm going for Danny. I think it's disrespectful that they got him, such an underdog. Now I know he's gonna be an underdog. Obviously, most people are gonna pick Spence, but that's ridiculous. I know it's still early. The betting lines will probably get a little closer than they are now. But, I'm rocking with Danny, man. Power in both hands. If Spence allows himself to be hit as much as he did against Porter, who knows what Danny can do? He's got big power in both hands, What he did to Granados was impressive to me. Nobody stopped Granados. And we're not talking about an old fighter like Ishii Smith that already had 10 losses and then got stopped. Granados was a tough guy. He got put on his ass multiple times by Danny. I'm rocking with DSG, man. I just wanted to call and rep for my dog this morning, you know what I mean? But shout out to TBV, man. Appreciate the content today and every day.
Appreciate you.
Big up.
We got B. Paulie. Talk to me.
Super chat King. What up, Big Paulie? What you smoking on?
What up, champs? Y'all can hear me?
Sir, bro, you sound real good.
Yeah. I'm on a PC today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what's good, Mike? What up, Ness, man? Y'all smash that like, man. Yeah, smoking on some good a little early. But yeah, I think the odds probably like that because Danny, he never been down, correct?
Nah, I don't think so.
Never been down. Yeah, he got better knockouts, more recent knockouts. He showed he got that one punch power, so I can see that. You know what I mean? So and then on the whole Vegas, just on the whole odds, just how many times he fought in Brooklyn. You know his fan base, his cachet. So I think that helped it out a little bit. But I don't want to see that fight next. I really want to see that rematch with Sean Porter like ASAP. ASAP. We got to see that, man. But if we don't get that, Danny Garcia ain't a bad fight. I think Danny should be fighting Mikey, and maybe Sean can go fight Bud, and Pacquiao can fight Earl. You know, that's my thing. But hey, that's them out there working. I can't say how they make their money, so it is either it's good either way. You feel me? So, but yeah, man, that's my call, man. Smash that like, y'all.
B. Paulie, man, thanks for calling in. Mike, CYP called in and he said Danny's not a top 6 welterweight, and that's cool. That's his opinion. But what's interesting is that he has high praise of Uldani Urgas, who is ranked below Danny but above Thurman. My guy, can you believe in BoxRec? Even though we already went through this like 2 shows ago, this is based on number of points in the fights you're in. But I was under the impression Keith coming off of a Pacquiao fight, that would be big points. For Pacquiao, he's still only at 837, while a guy like Spence is a 1250, and a Crawford's almost a 1500. But Danny comes in at a 671, while Porter, who was just in a big time unification, is at a 780. Urgas 599. And Thurman 519, they really playing my boy. Mikey coming in at the 464. So that's number 8, Mikey. Number 7, Keith, one-time Thurman. Number 6, Ryudani Urgas from Cuba. Danny Garcia from Puerto Rico. In America, Sean Porter right here. Cleveland, Ohio, Akron. Moved to Vegas. You got Pacquiao from Manila. Earl from Texas. And Crawford from Nebraska. That number 1. That's a pretty good, solid, top 7 or 6, whatever I said that was. That's like, wow. I don't like Urgas. I need to see him win a fight more convincingly. People like to call in here and criticize Canelo on his career being, all his tight fights, all his big fights are tight, Ness. Well, damn, what about Urgas then? You know what I'm saying? Does he got a big win? Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give him credit. Nah, I'm gonna give him credit. I'm gonna give him more credit for Omar. I know Omar. People might say, "Yo, he go to DUI." He moved up, but like, Omar is a tough style, man. He's a tough style. He throws awkward punches. Sometimes that's something you just can't account for. But I do believe that Omar moving up, his power didn't carry. We got Rod in the 870. Talk to me.
Hey, what up, Mike? What up, Ness?
What up?
Hey, if you look at, let me ask you something, Mike. If do you think Maidana is better than Pacquiao?
Maidana is better than Pacquiao. No.
He gave Floyd Mayweather a tougher fight. So I bet
he lost to Amir Khan. Don't leave that out.
So I guess basically what I'm saying is that styles make fights in boxing. So when you look at what Mikey Garcia was coming up at, I don't think he should have been closer as far as betting lines than Danny or Sean either. But I see where Vegas is coming from. He moved up, he fought Adrian Bronner. He dominated Adrian Bronner, who at the time was still considered a decent fighter, a good fighter. Then he fought Robert Easter, who is a really good fighter at the time, and he beat him and dominated him easily. So this guy was proving himself as he was moving up, being 35-0. So if he's going up to take on Errol Spence, you're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. When Earl dominated him, it surprised everybody boxing because we thought Earl would just knock him out. But boxing-wise, it was surprising how easily Earl dominated him. So I'm not surprised by that line because that's what sports see is. You got to look and project. It's not about what you see afterwards. If you think about Sean Porter last fight, he struggled. So everybody who thought Sean Porter was a beast 2 years before thought he had lost a step or two until he stepped in and stepped his game up with Errol Spence, which is good for him. But for them to stay,
Yo, and you know, just to piggyback off that, man, that's the whole what have you done for me lately, and that's how betting odds work. It's like, yo, he struggled with Ugas. Oh, I thought he lost to Ugas. Man, fuck that. He an underdog, a big underdog. You know, Earl gonna do this, but the dude that woke up the sleeping giant was Earl. It was obviously the betting odds had to do with it too. You know, that was a culmination. But like Earl saying you got no talent. Earl saying, you know, you fight like you drown and all that. That's what motivated him, I believe, to fight as hard as he did. Like, bro, the dude fought like never before, for real.
Even though like Earl said all that stuff, like man, if you go like before the press conference, before the face off, like Sean was out here working, my nigga. Like it was. They was doing shit 3 months before the fight. Like they were really out here getting it in. Like they were keeping the weight on check, keeping the sparring up. Like he did a lot of things to prepare himself, and I think that's why he went out and showed up how he did.
Yo, Mike, so I'm texting with Tom, right? And he's like, yo, I asked him to come on the show yesterday. Tom Lawford, right? Triple G's co-promoter or whatever his role is at this point, which we'll find out when we get him on. And he's like, tonight? Because, you know, to tell a dude at 8 p.m., that's like strange, you know what I mean? But we do late shows and shit. So I'm like, yeah. Or if you're free, we live right now as we speak. He's like, oh, what's a bigger hit? So I look at the numbers. I'm like, this is decent. But I'm like, it is an evening show. So I said tonight. But then as soon as I text, I'm like, he's fighting Derevchenko.
Yeah.
People might not even show up tonight. I hope that they do. Because this fight has no hype. It has no hype. Yo.
With no Kevin calling.
And again, fucking Barbershop with this amazing interview. Bob is like, bro, they sold 1,000 tickets. Like, I want to know how Eddie and Bob always know so much information. Can they give me their sources so I could be the best journalist in boxing? Because, like, how the fuck Bob knows Triple G only sold 1,000 tickets at MSG?
What?
That's what he said in Barbershop interview.
Come on, man. Triple G's always done good numbers at Madison Square Garden, right?
Bro, they was talking about giving away tickets and how he had to give away tickets.
Don't spoil it for me, man.
I can't believe you ain't listening to none of that shit.
I fell asleep on it, my nigga. Like I actually got it.
But how many minutes you got into? I mean, he was. That's what I'm saying, bro. I left 2 comments on his shit. I can't help, but like he's that. He did that well, bro. Yo, he really shined too, cause he was paced. He didn't, fucking Bob was talking forever. That's all boxing fans should go check it out. Not because you got to believe what Bob says to support Fred, and also because it's a jam-packed interview, man. They went through all that shit. I mean, when he touched on Atlanta, I just started throwing punches in the air like, this motherfucker is over. Like he asked everything. That was pretty cool, man. That was I like to see that shit. Man. I like to see that shit.
I like seeing people like think how we think. You know what I'm saying? We had that inclination yesterday of trying to get Bob on. And did I say that shit on the show, or did I say it like behind the scenes?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know, but they ain't trying to take credit. Oh shit, you on some Eddie Hearn shit?
Give me my credit. Nah,
let me go to NO Boomerang Mastermind. What it do?
What up, NO? Talk to me.
Whoa, I'm live.
You live, man.
Yes,
I got that like the motherfucker eating news.
I don't know why that might be doing that shit sometime, man. But still sound mute, girl, on my end. But yeah, bro. See, dog. Like y'all said, is what you have done for me lately. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Danny Garcia. Well, really, let's go back to Granado. I ain't like that fight. Then you had the Danny fight. He is that fight. I ain't like that fight. That fight could have went either way. Then he fought Ugas. I feel like Ugas won. You heard me? Then he coming up with Spence, dog, and he fought the fight his fucking life. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Next, Motherfuckers in that motherfucker. No, we was in that bitch hiding. I'm telling you, that bitch was going down, dog. It was going down, bro. I'm telling you, I can't tell you no lie, dog. Know what I'm saying? And look, I want to see the rematch. Y'all already know, dog. My main thing is unification, dog, and undisputed. Man, Porter ain't got no belt. I want to see the rematch, dog. I had Spence winning 7-5 plus the knockdown, dog. But I want to see that fucking rematch. Yeah,
Damn,
man.
7-5 and a knockdown, and you still want to? That's a clear win.
It's a clear win, but it was a hell of a fucking fight, though, dog. It was a hell of a fight, man. You don't want to see a hell of a fight.
Bruh, it's
Keep it
not.
real.
Listen, it's not my job to say what I want to see. It's my job to question you and allow you to say what you want to say. Like I'm just shocked that a 7-5 scorecard plus a knockdown, and you know, most Spence fans would have been like, that's it. That shit was clear. Move on.
Nah, bro, it's the energy, man. That's you wasn't, though. You was. It's the energy, though. The energy level was in there.
Wait, let
Hey,
me
real
see.
quick, let's try something right quick. Gatto Jones, we're gonna go back to you on Skype. I see you came back in. And Tim Williams, be ready at the Gatto.
Not Tim Williams, Tim Johnson.
Tim Johnson, be ready at the Gatto. Gatto, talk to me. Unmute, big dog. Going once. Going twice.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, Gatto, talk to me. You gotta unmute, dog. You mute yourself again. You unmute, then you mute it. There we go. Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, I just want to touch on these betting lines again, man. I just want to say, first off, great show, all that. You know what I mean? I just think the betting lines is down for Danny because they know they disrespected Sean, and they see, Earl ain't as invincible as the casuals making them seem to be. So they scared of losing that money because if Sean would have won that fight, they would have took a hit, a big hit. So that's my call.
All right, going out to Tim Williams on Skype. Tim Williams on Skype, talk to me. Come on, Tim.
I don't see no Johnson. You mean Tim Johnson?
Yeah. I'm Tim Johnson. I'm sorry. You've been unmuting yourself all show. Come on, Tim Johnson. Going once. Going twice.
All right, Jay Will in Ohio.
Whoa. Here we go.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What up, Tim?
Oh man, what's up, Boxing Voice, man? I appreciate y'all guys, man. Hey, listen, big ups Ness, big ups Mike. Hey, Mike, I just wanted to touch on the fight, man. Of course, Porter, he was a little bit aggressive. Both guys were aggressive, but if you remember in that Pernell Whitaker Chavez fight, Chavez, man, he pushed the pace all fight. Pernell was on his back foot all fight, but he landed the more cleaner, efficient shots, and that's what I believe Errol Spence did in the Porter fight. Now, with Danny Garcia being a plus 400 underdog, I mean, you got to look, the dude, you know what I'm saying? He's got an excellent resume, and Spence looked a little vulnerable against Sean Porter. So, maybe that's the way they got it the way it is. But, man, I appreciate y'all guys. Show much love from Germany, and I'm out.
Damn, from Germany.
Oh, wow,
Shout
Germany,
out,
man. Hell yeah. Big ups to you, dog. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for continuing to make us an international show, man. Appreciate it. We're going out to Ohio. Jay Will, talk to me.
If you know like I know. What up, big dog? Yeah, man.
What's up, fellas? I don't know, man. I'm gonna start off my call by quoting Jay-Z, man. We have a lot of people who call in who seem like they hardcore fans. And I'm gonna just say, do y'all actually listen to the music or do y'all just skim through it? Like, do y'all know what y'all watching when y'all see these boxing matches, man? The reason why Errol's stock has went down, and Ness know I'm the biggest Errol Spence fan, but they see the hand speed against another elite fighter. It's not elite hand speed. Defensively, he's very limited. He blocks a lot. He doesn't know how to switch or transition from defense to offense. He has no slip game. He doesn't move at the waist at all. He doesn't get up under any punch. And when you see all these things, you start to see, well, if you put him in there with another fighter that has different tools in his belt, he's going to be limited in a certain fashion. So with Danny, I don't think Danny has the tools because, number one, somebody who can let their hands go in bunches is going to keep Errol's hands at home. We've seen that with Sean. So somebody can let their hand go in bunches, kind of move kind of good laterally. All those attributes, I can attribute those to Manny Pacquiao. That's always, I said Manny Pacquiao will edge out Errol Spence in the fight, but Errol Spence showed some holes in this game, and it's not just he just doesn't look invincible no more. It's we see the limits in this game. So at the end of the day, I just want our boxing community to kind of invest in learning what you're watching instead of just being mad general.
CYP Boomerang, talk to me. CYP? CYP is dropped. All right.
Go out to that one white boy, John. He been on for a while. What up, John?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me? I'm at the gym. Y'all probably can't even hear me.
Good morning. We hear you. We hear a little bit of background.
Bet. Man, I don't think Danny is a bigger. I mean, I guess he would be a bigger chance to beat Errol since of the power. I agree with Mike in the beginning. He's got more power than Porter for sure. I don't know. It's a little close. I feel like Porter would definitely beat Errol over Danny. I don't think Garcia is going to beat Errol, honestly. But I'd like to see the rematch, man. Hey, and there's a professional football player. He's a wide receiver for I think it's Brandon Jennings. I can't remember. He's on social media saying he's coming to the heavyweight division 2020. Called out all the heavyweights. He called out all of them. Ruiz, Joshua, Wilder. He on Instagram, on social media. Y'all need to go check that out. And he said he's coming for the crown. So,
Man.
All right, then I'm finna catch this workout.
All right, white boy. Ain't no football player. Excuse me, I ain't mean to hit through the cut. Ain't no football player coming to do nothing. He using them names to get profile. That's what he doing. There's not going to be a serious promoter or a serious trainer or manager that'll put him in with anybody in the fucking top 100 in his first 5 fights, let alone the top 10. So, 2020, he coming for that. He coming to become a heavyweight. I don't know about take on the heavyweights, but Davidian, talk to me.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? What's up, Mike, Ness? I just wanted to chime in and just say, I don't know. I don't really get into, the betting lines and all that. They did disrespect Porter. I don't know. I don't know all about that because I don't really buy into that. It's kind of crazy how they be disrespecting certain fighters, but I just want to see these guys fight. To be honest, I want to see the rematch because some people think that Porter won. Spence won it, but we should. I don't know. I want to see that fight, run it back. If Danny, I like Danny. I wouldn't mind seeing Danny and Spence go at it. I just want to see these guys fight. I don't really get into betting lines because it's we'll see. When they get in there, I respect them all. I just, I don't want to see nobody get seriously hurt in the ring because, you don't play boxing. So, I don't know. It's interesting. And, yeah, I think that was Brandon Marshall that said that. I think that was Brandon Marshall that said he's going to be coming for all the heavyweights. I'm like, I don't know about all that. But great show as always, and God bless.
Davidian, thanks for calling in. Mike, help me out here, conflicting ignorant. Tell me about this Marshall dude. How old is he, first of all?
He's a retired football player. I'm trying to find the article right now.
I just need his age.
Brandon Marshall, maybe a little bit older than me, 33, 34.
Oh, 33, 34. Nah, he's going to have some amazing God-given talent to develop in under 2 years and become a pro. Unless he's been training secretly that we don't know about, there's no way, bro.
Pretty big, too. He's pretty big,
It won't matter. It won't matter, man. It won't matter. Without training, look at Gerald Washington, how long he's been fighting.
Yeah.
Huh?
Ex-All-Pro wide receiver Brandon Marshall launches boxing career.
Is he pro already?
Not yet. I don't believe so. I'm gonna hit his inbox. Fuck it. See, can we get him on?
Man, listen, I'm gonna have to, pace myself too. For real, because I'm telling you, listen, look at Gerald Washington. He done came a long way, but he's been training for years already. He been training for years already, man. Like,
Yeah, but Gerald Washington didn't make it to the level where he could afford like a nutritionist and a chef and a dietitian and all that
I
shit. Like
mean,
Brandon,
all that sound good, Mike, but that's all I got to do is making weight. And
yeah,
you a
yeah, yeah,
heavyweight.
yeah.
You a heavyweight, so you don't really need all that spent money. We talking about skill, developing,
Absolutely.
and this dude. How long he been in the gym? Oh my God, they say he 35 years old. This boy going. He trying to get a check. How many followers he got? He got a good following. Like, how
Brandon
good a
Marshall.
following? How good a following? Like, give me
Uh,
level him up in terms of popularity with any fighter I know. Like, he's as big as, he's as popular as,
let me check it out. Let me check it out quick. Brandon Marshall.
because will a promoter, because that's what I'm saying, he needs at least 2 years of development. He gotta, first of all, he gotta be a fucking natural, and then he gonna need 2 years of development off his natural skill. To I don't know, man. Look at Sonny Conto. Boy got mad amateur fights, and look at the opposition Top Rank giving him. He better sign a Top Rank if he want to be taken. If he want to at least attempt to make it. Even though Golden Boy got Dewey Bazella out of prison and got him a winning record. Let me go out to Stone Bone Box and talk to me.
Yo, what up? What up? Hey, y'all know Vegas just be doing that shit to fluctuate the money. You know what I mean? Like they probably didn't think Mikey could win that fight, but if they put the betting lines closer, they could sway a little more money to go on Mikey. You know what I mean? And that'll sway the lines to even make them closer if people are putting money on Mikey. And as far as Garcia, people want to see if Earl can take one of them hooks. Like Sean hit him with a hook, but Sean don't really be. Sean kind of pushes his punches. Garcia is a piston puncher. You know what I mean? One of those bow. Like people want to see if Earl can take that. And if he let Danny hit him like he let Sean hit him repeatedly, you think his face will swell up this fight? Let Danny keep hitting him with them blind left hooks. You know what I mean? We might see Earl down for the first time. And as far as I would lean more towards the rematch. You know what I mean? Like just because it was we just saw, instant gratification. Everybody want to be like, oh, Danny lost when he lost to Porter, he lost to Thurman. So they kind of want to play that triangle. You know what I mean? The triangle. Oh, he beat him, so he's gonna beat him. You know what I mean? Even though the Garcia fight would be a lot similar to the Porter fight. Danny gonna make it ugly. He gonna try to rough Earl up, and Danny is not gonna back up. So I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Cut it.
Yo, we got a couple super chats that I want to get to right quick. We got one coming from Jonathan Sims. Please, no Danny, Pack or Porter. If Bud was smart, he'll wait till after his top rank contract ends to fight EJ. If he fights him now, he has to resign with top rank. And that's coming from Jonathan Sims. Also, Mr. CYP says, Blog Talk says show hasn't started in Skype. You haven't added me yet. And hi, haters, make sure you wash your sticky hands.
Yo, I keep asking him what's his Skype, and to resend it, CYP. Did we ever get to Brandon?
No, sir.
Brandon, talk to us.
Talk to him.
Switching the
Top of the
drive
morning,
by too, man. After you.
Top of the morning, gentlemen. Y'all always say the best for last, of course. But I think those betting odds are a little too low, man. I think Danny should be a way bigger underdog than that. I'm tired of motherfuckers calling in talking about this fucking lucky left hook. I mean, that's what y'all gonna bet y'all money on, that he can close his eyes and land on the American left hook again. Go ahead and lose your fucking money. The motherfucker got 2 left feet, slow ass hands. He ain't got no chance against Earl, man. Porter is a whole different style, a style that can give anybody problems. Danny Garcia cannot push the tempo like that. We like the nigga because he got the drip. He seemed like a cool cat, got a bad bitch. He be on Instagram grabbing ass. But as far as the fight against Earl, bro, he has no shot. So I don't agree with them betting odds. Now, as far as what that cat said about the Crawford betting odds, smart man, brother. Smart man. That's my call, man. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Y'all have a great day.
We got Sid Brown on Skype, man. Talk to him.
Hey, what up, man? This Majid or whatever.
What up, Majid?
Thanks for the morning show, and all of that. But I mean, I think that those betting odds or whatever, they alright for Danny, but I feel like he's somebody that we can't cut out, what I'm saying, count out or whatever. And I feel like Errol Spence, his stock did probably drop because he ain't look too impressive. But I'm like, shit, we had Floyd versus Castillo where he had to run it back. He ain't like how he looked, even though he won. So I'm like, I'm all for whatever they doing, what I'm saying, till everything get panned out. But everybody liked the video, and that's all I got, man.
So that's why we never accepted CYP. I searched you under CYP and I could find you, but ask Mike. It's showing us Sid whatever. But go ahead, CYP Boomerang. Just unmute. I believe that's him. You gotta unmute, champ.
Sid Brown is Majid.
No. Another. It's Sid with a C. It's automatic. It's Skype that does that on its own. I don't know why his username ain't coming up. All right, we'll wait till he gets in. We got OE. Talk to me.
Yo.
OE, what up?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I called. Yeah, I think Danny Garcia got a chance against him, but hold on, I'm turning this truck off. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Yeah, I think Danny got a chance against him, but I think Porter definitely had a better fight. But I really called because I wondered if you guys remember Kendall Gill fighting, that basketball player.
Kendall Gill. I didn't know he fought, but yeah, I definitely remember who. I definitely know who Kendall Gill is.
Yeah, he was a mini Mike Tyson back in the day, bro. You got to look him up. Yeah, he was knocking out everybody. I don't know where his career went, but when I saw him, he was like 6-0, all knockouts. Yeah, that's all I got, though, fellas.
All right, champ. Well, thanks for calling in, OEO. Let me see.
What's going on with the old dudes, my nigga?
What you mean?
This is when you get a chance, look at the TBV IG. We got a motherfucking ringer or a boomeranger, Mr. PBC. What up, Dom? Well, never mind your intro.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, PBC. I didn't know he was gone here.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the finest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife. Cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, what's good? So, is this speculation or is this 100% official?
What?
Danny Garcia and Errol Spence.
The fight?
Yeah.
Fight's not official.
No, the fight's not official. This is just the betting odds. They already got opening odds for it.
Why would they do that if it ain't official?
What you mean? So many
They do
fights
that-
already got
yeah.
odds.
They do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Fantasy fights, feature fights, all
Well,
all
I
kind of
can't
shit.
bet because in Washington it's illegal. So I can't even fuck with it.
That's crazy.
Gotta get offshore.
Yeah.
Fadami.
Yeah, but I would think Danny Garcia has he got a good knockout power, but if he catches Errol Spence, you never know because Errol Spence was getting caught with a lot of punches with Porter fight, so you just never know. But Danny Garcia looked trash against Porter, so who knows? You know, that's a real close one. I'm gonna still go Errol Spence because Danny Garcia doesn't let his hands go. He's kind of like Adrian Broner to me.
P Money, talk to me.
Drive by.
Yo, Ness, come back to me, bro.
And we out. I got another engagement. I want to thank everybody that called in. CYP, man, try your unmute again, brother. That gotta be you. There you go.
Yeah, that's me.
There you
Yeah,
go.
y'all here?
Yeah, it
On
don't
the
say
real
your
though, I ain't really.
name, but it should be you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix that. Yeah, I ain't even trying to talk too much because I just want to see if this Skype shit was gonna work, so I know in the future when everything's down. But I'll leave with this to the haters. You know how you can tell a hater on the road when you're driving, is that motherfucker in that nasty ass slow car that always want to drive fast. That's the motherfucker right there. If you see a slow ass car driving fast, it's probably a hater. It's probably Cancer, Can't Ever Sleep. It's probably Kieran Bates, or it's one of the at a stupid fool, Big Nick. All y'all three, probably from the UK, y'all could eat a dick. And when y'all get some money, call in. When y'all get some money, super chat. When y'all get some money, let me know. Because I ain't H money, because I take all fade. That's why they call me the barber. Let's go. Have a good day.
CYP out. It's Macca. Let's go. First time caller.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Yeah, long time listener. I've been listening ever since the Mayweather McGregor fight. I'm usually at work, so I never knew how to I guess call in while y'all live. So is this the best way? Just call in on Skype when I get like the notification?
Yeah, man. Skype is always best audio quality.
Okay, I was always like looking for like a blog talk radio app or something like that. But yeah, I think the odds is decent right now. Yeah, Earl. I had Earl in the Porter fight. I thought he was gonna do a lot better though. But I think he will like look at the tape and fix some things, and I think he'll probably smash Danny when it come that time. But keep up the good work, guys.
It's Macca. Thanks for calling in, and everybody, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with another one this afternoon. Plus, we got our evening show at 7. So we working, man. Catch us on the next one. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Final thoughts. It has to be resume. It has to be a culmination of Danny's career, the power, everything that B. Paulie and probably everyone said mixed into one, man. The fact that he sells tickets, the fact that, he did numbers, the fact that he unified once, all that, multiple division champ, all that, I guess, goes down. I don't know. That's about as best as a reason I can give you for him being a better underdog than Porter.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And I appreciate everybody who came out and listened to us this morning. And don't forget, on your way out, do me a favor and go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. And catch us tonight for the flagship show at 7 o'clock. And next, we're going to do something else right before that. So we're working all day. What up?
Peace.